Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Today we are actually going to go over Zern Mission 7, Lesson 2. We will be solving multi-step word problems, really specifically looking for the information that we know in a problem and the information that we don't know in a problem. So this is very similar to what we did in Mission 1. In lesson 1, some important things to remember. Just like in lesson 1, be sure to have pencil and paper in hand. These are multi-step problems, so you will need it. Read each problem twice. Draw models to represent the problem, and write out your equations. This is going to be super important for you guys because some of these will become challenging. So try your best, don't give up, and remember, if you get stuck, you can always give me a call, or you can reach out to me in Dojo. Gabrielle swam for 123 minutes during her first week of vacation. In her 2 weeks of vacation, she swam for a total of 329 minutes. How many more minutes did she swim for in the second week than in the first week? We're going to sort this information from the problem, thinking about what information that you know and what information do we need to find out. This is very, very similar to what we did every day during our word problems, just going through the problem again and looking at what information you know and what information you do not know. I'm going to give you a few minutes to sort out what you know and what you do not know into the graph. Great, let's go over it together. Do we know how many minutes she swam for the first week? Yes, we do know that information because it says Gabrielle swam for 123 minutes during her first week of vacation. Do we know the total amount of time she swam for in 2 weeks? Yes, we know that information as well. In the story it says in her 2 weeks of vacation, she swam for a total of 329 minutes. Do we know how much more she swam in the second week than in the first week? No, we don't. That is actually the big question we're asking at the end. But in order for us to solve for our big question at the end, do we know how many minutes she swam for the second week? Nope, we don't know that either. So this means that this is a two-step problem. First, we need to figure out how many minutes she swam for the second week, and then we can solve for the big question at the end, which is how much more she swam in the second week than in the first week. Let's work on the first step of this two-step problem. We need to know how many minutes she swam for the second week. Let's start out using a model. In our story, how many total minutes did she swim in 2 weeks? Great. We know that she swam 329 total minutes. What about for week 1? How many minutes did she swim for the first week? You got it. She swam 123 minutes in the first week. Do we know how many minutes she swam for the second week? No, we don't. So let's go ahead and solve. Looking at our model, if we know the total, we know one part and we're missing another part, what equation can we use to help us solve for our missing part? Take a few minutes to figure it out. Great. 329 minus 123 will give us our missing part. Go ahead and take a few minutes to solve on your own. Remember, in this lesson, we're also working on strategies to add and subtract. So make sure that you're actually using a strategy that you know how to use and pay special attention to when you have to bundle or unbundle. Great. 329 minus 123 gives us a value of 206 minutes. So now we know that it took Gabrielle 206 minutes. She swam for 206 minutes in the second week. Great work. But have we actually answered the big question at the end? How many more minutes did she swim for in the second week than she did in the first week? No, we haven't. So let's move on to the second step of this problem. All right, so we know that for week 2, she swam for 206 minutes. We also know from the problem that she swam for 123 minutes during her first week. Going to label this as week 1 and week 2 up here. All right, great. So we have to find the difference between these two values. We can see that 206 and 123 are not the same value. So in order to find how many more minutes she swam in the second week than in the first week, what operation do we need to use to help us solve? You got it, subtraction. So our equation to help us solve for the second step of this problem would be 206 minus 123. Go ahead and take a few minutes to solve on your own, making sure that you are unbundling if you need to. Great. 206 minus 123 will give us a value of 83. So let's put it all together in a complete sentence. Gabrielle swam for 83 more minutes in the second week than she did in the first week. That was some great work today. I know that some of these problems can be challenging. Just remember to push through, go through your boosts, and if you are still stuck in having problems after you watch this video, please feel free to give me a call.